Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to the channel. And now we have the information for the last two from the Brave X Fuse collaboration units, which is Laswell and Lid. While we all know that the two previous ones from this collaboration event is really OP, so Fina and Rain, both of them are really OP. So what about the last two here? Let's take a look at them now. So alright, the first one that we should take a look at is, of course, Laswell. He's going to be a water element here, and I kinda like how he looks here on this Brave Frontier art. He really looks cool, but the water thing around him just kinda makes him like a cake. Well, I do like how he looks, just not the ornaments around him. Leader skill, I think I like his leader skill. So it's going to boost your max HP, of course, and attack, and a really good spark boost at it, which is at 130%. I think this is the highest on a leader skill for now. It will also boost your normal hits by 1, so it's gonna double your normal hits. And a 50 to 75% damage counter. I'm not really sure what this is. I'm not really sure if this is the chance or the amount of damage that you will counter from the leader skill. If it's the amount of damage, then wow, it's gonna be really huge. So this is kinda okay now. No, not okay. I think this is really good. So alright, Brave Burst now. Alright, normal AoE with only 16 hits. The BB attack modifier is not that bad as well for a Brave Burst, which is 390%. Boosting spark damage at 100%, which I'm pretty sure that this is gonna be upgradable through the enhancements later on. Boosting attack and defense for water types. I'm not really a fan of mono squad buffs like this. But I think what's really interesting is the evasion buff to himself for 1 turn, which will have a chance of 15% on proccing. This may be the evasion buff that we have seen on the raid X5 recently, but I'm pretty sad that this one's gonna be on himself only. Well, let's take a look at the SBB now. So it turns out that the SBB here is pretty nice as well. So it has a AoE element and a single target at the same time, which is pretty popular nowadays. I like it. I do like this. And the damage will be relative to remaining HP. So the more HP you have, the higher the BB attack modifier will be for the AoE. And boosting spark damage again, which is pretty high for a non-enhanced version of it, which is 120%. And again, boosting attack and defense for water types. No, not a fan for this one. And boosting own spark damage for 3 turns at 50%. Okay, I think other than the spark buff, this one does not really bring anything more yet. I'm going to have to judge on this one after I see the enhancements. But for now, let's take a look at the ultimate Brave Burst. Okay, 24 hits AoE and a single target as well. The modifier will be relative to remaining HP again. Boosting spark damage, yes. Boosting critical damage, okay. I'm not really a huge fan on critical hits, but okay. And I think the most interesting one here is probable evasion for 2 turns. And I believe this one is for the squad. This one has a chance of evading an attack at 50%. This is gonna be huge. But sadly, it's only on the UBB. I was kind of hoping that it also has this same kind of effect on the SBB with a lower chance. That's gonna be OP. But even though I think if it's on a 50% evasion, it's gonna be really awesome here. Because by evading an attack, that means 0 damage. It's not just a mitigation, it's 0 damage. So I believe this one's gonna be really useful in the future, but let's see if I get one of him tomorrow. So evasion here is kinda interesting. Now let's take a look at the extra skill before we go on to the enhancements. Alright, I kinda like his extra skill here because it will boost your all parameters by 30% if you equip an attack boosting sphere. So things like War Demon's Blade, the stats are gonna be really high on this guy. Defense ignore effect, okay, this is useful in a lot of places. A 50% boost to attack for water types. I don't really like the water types thing on him. All the way from BB, SBB, and also the extra skill. Well, it will be useful on a mono squad elements such as Frontier Gate or something like that, but for general purpose, no. Alright, judgment time, it's enhancements. So okay, this guy does not have a max HP boost, so that's gonna be relying on leader skills and extra skills only, which is already enough, I think. So okay, more attack and recovery, more spark damage, more critical hit damage, okay, not bad. Critical hit damage, raising normal hits on himself, this one is +2, so wow. Is it triple or quadruple in total? This is crazy if you combine this with the leader skill. So this one's, I think this guy's gonna be really good for arenas, but not Colosseum, just arenas. The next one here is a boost for the water type effect, attack and defense. Nah, I'm gonna skip this one. The evasion on his BB is going to be 2 turns if you take the next one. I'm not really sure if the evasion is gonna be really good, but if it turns out to be really good, then this is gonna be OP. And again, on the next one, water elemental units are gonna have more damage boost. If you don't bring any mono water squad with this guy, then this one's gonna be a bit useless. Alright, so the spark damage is truly enhanceable, so you will get 30% more damage from the spark boost. So he actually is gonna have the highest spark buff in the game from his SBB, which is 150%, which is really good, I think. This is gonna be really nice. I just wish that the water elemental attack and defense boost is not just for water types. And the last one, I believe this last one is for himself only, which will require you to spend 50 SP. Wow, that's a lot. And 50% damage reduction from fire types is actually pretty good on him since he is water. So naturally, he already has that minus damage from fire types. With this one, he's gonna have even more damage reduction. So, alright, if you ever need something of a damage mitigation from this kind of thing, especially on things like the strategy zone, this one's gonna be really good. So okay, the whole package here is pretty interesting. The spark damage is really high on this guy, but I don't like the water type only effects. And the most interesting thing about this guy is the evasion thing. I will have to test it out. If it turns out to be OP, then this guy is gonna be really good. So okay, I'm pretty excited about Laswell here. Okay, now let's check out Lid, which I think it's supposed to be Sid, but I also tried it on the FFBE game. I think this girl is actually Sid. And this girl kinda reminds me of Elulu. Look at that hammer. And I don't really like the design, it's kinda plain to me. Alright, so let's take a look at the leader skill first. So boost to max HP and attack at 50%, that is good. Critical hit rate at 30%, that is huge. BB attack boost, we have a lot of this on leader skills for now, but if you ever need one, then you got an option from this girl. Huge boost to critical hit damage, wow, at 150%. However, she is lacking that spark damage, so I don't think that this girl can actually replace a Fant on Frontier Gate. However, the effect that she has is pretty good. And if you don't have Selenite or Seruya, or maybe Nick, you can also use this one to farm your items since she has that BC, HC, Cell, Karma, and item drop rates buff on her leader skill. So this is another option for farming. However, no XP boost, so it's kinda... Selenite is kinda better, I think. So leader skills actually pretty so-so because we have a lot of options other than her. But let's take a look at her other skills. So Brave Burst now. So alright, we have a 20 hits AoE and another damage which is fixed on all foes. The number of damage here is pretty funny because if you guys know about game terminology, 1337 means elite. It means elite in game. So yeah, there you go. There's one Easter egg for you guys. But it's so small, it's fixed by the way, so you can't get more damage than that. And alright, BB attack boost at 280%, which is normal. Not so good. And a 75% on proccing for paralysis, weak, counter to herself. I'm not really sure if this is gonna be useful at all. We have a lot of other options on units for effects like this, so I guess no. Okay, Brave Burst is just nah. Now Super Brave Burst. Alright, 30 hits AoE and another boost to BB attack for 3 turns, boost critical hit damage for 50%. Damage taken may restore HP, which is pretty useful. But the critical hit damage and BB attack buff, we have a lot of other units to have the same kind of thing like this, so nah. Boosting own attack and slightly reduces own defense and recovery. What? I really hate units like this. Boosting own attack but reducing defense and recovery? No, I like defense. Okay, Ultimate Brave Burst. Okay, AoE normal 1, boosting BB attack for 3 turns, alright. Boost critical hit damage again, like Laswell? OD gauge, fill rate, boost at 300%. I really wish this was a instant BB fill thing. But no, it's just a fill rate. But 5 turns, so not bad. Adds all elements to attack for 3 turns. So I think Leader Skill, Brave Burst, Super Brave Burst, and Ultimate Brave Burst kinda meh. It does not have anything unique like Laswell, Rain, or Fina. So alright, let's take a look at the extra skill now. Alright, so we have the critical hit rate boost on the extra skill. So kinda safe. Adds water, earth, thunder elements to BB and SBB. Oh, still missing 3 more elements, but I think still pretty good. Negates spark damage, and this one I think is only for herself, so alright. But the good thing is the 3 elements buff from the extra skill, which is pretty nice if I may say. So I think extra skill is pretty good. And now judgment time, which is enhancements. Okay, this one has attack recovery, max HP, and defense boost from the enhancement, so yes, not so bad. See what I told you. This one will remove the SBB defense and recovery parameter reduction effects on the SBB. So okay, boosting attack to herself without no penalty, which is nice. Huh? 25% damage reduction from thunder types? Only 25? Well, if you never met anything that will kill you instantly without this kind of effects, maybe this will be useful, but not so useful since it's only 25%. So no, not on this one. And again, attack defense boost for thunder types effect, nah, don't like this kind of effects. However, the last 3 here is pretty useful. So BB gauge fill when attacked and upgrade to it, which is really nice and useful for a lot of things. I love it. And more boost to the BB attack boost. So there you go. I think lid is not so good. So the one to aim for on the last 2 of the units here is actually just Laswell, but since they are limited, I think I might try to get both of them just for my collection, but hopefully not too much lid. I just want the Laswell, maybe 1 or 2, and 1 lid will be enough. So yeah, that's it. Really looking forward to tomorrow's summon, and for now let's just start resting and getting back our energy so I can summon with a fully charged luck tomorrow. As you guys know, I've been summoning for the last 3 days for Fina and no single Omni or even one Fina, which is really bad, and I really hope tomorrow's luck's gonna change. But I guess that's all for now. So these two are okay, especially Laswell, but maybe not for Lid. You can live without her. So yeah, go for Laswell, guys. So yeah, I guess that's all. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll be looking forward to tomorrow's summon, and I really hope you guys are there to watch it. So yeah, that's all. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. So see ya. Bye bye. Choo.